Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to Busting Rainbow Six Siege. Today we are myth busting Brava, the brand new Brazilian operator that will be hitting on March 7th with Operation Command and Force. And this is the operator I've been waiting many years for because you can go around hacking gadgets. Now what I'm going to be doing is splitting this episode up for Brava into two parts, and then I'm also going to have a separate part for Muzzy because if he gets a hold of these drones, he basically becomes a whole new operator and can do all kinds of crazy stuff to the attackers. So I'm going to have a separate video for just Muzzy. But anyway, let's get myth busting Brava. And the first myth is, can Brava take control of Echo's drone and use the sonic blast, get up on the ceilings, and of course move the drone around? And this is incredibly fun because it turns a defender gadget suddenly into an attacker gadget. And if the defenders are going up and they're trying to take out the diffuser, you can hit them with a sonic blast and stop them from destroying the diffuser, which is just freaking amazing. But that is confirmed, Brava gets full control of Echo's drone. I'll also mention that Echo is not able to pick up the drone and get it back under his control by himself. Brava versus Mira. So Mira's gadget does not use any technology whatsoever, so there's no way for Brava's drone to actually interact with the Mira windows. This is where Twitch has a big advantage because she actually does physical damage, so she can take stuff out like the canisters on Mira's window, whereas Brava is completely ineffective against Mira. So that is busted. Can Brava take over Jaeger's active defense, and what does it actually interact with when it comes to defender gadgets? So what we have here is an ADS which has been hacked by Brava and it is now an attacker gadget. And if we throw a nitro cell within its vicinity, it will destroy that nitro cell. This is of course brand new interactions and it's awesome. However, the ADS will also destroy other things like impact grenades and maybe stuff you wouldn't even think of, like Muzzy's Pest when you're firing them from your slingshot. So all kinds of airborne defender gadgets can be taken out, which previously never happened, and this is confirmed. And let's not forget about Wamai, who I actually think is a better target for Brava than the ADS, because the ADS is usually in the open, and the big bright light that shows that it's been hacked is quite visible. Whereas Wamai's gadgets are usually placed in hiding spots right from the beginning by Wamai himself. So if you hack them, they're less visible for the defenders to realize before it's too late. But certainly that is confirmed. And now let's talk about one of the biggest losers with this new gadget, and I think it's Malusi, because she has 3 Banshees and the new operator has 2 drones that can capture 3 separate gadgets each. So you can easily come by and grab all of the Banshees and turn Malusi's life into a living hell along with the rest of her defenders. So yeah, being able to take Banshees over is going to be, I think, very powerful, and you'll really have to keep an eye on your Banshees from being hacked by Brava. So yeah, this is confirmed, and I think one of the more powerful counters when it comes to how Brava works. And the only option for Malusi here is to destroy her own Banshees. She cannot pick them back up and replace them or anything like that. Unless Muzzy has his own hacker drone in order to retake them, the defender's only option is to destroy them. Can Brava take over Muzzy's Pest? Now, I assumed that the Pest would actually be overheated and destroyed by Brava, but she actually takes them over, as you can see here. And they have now been hacked and she can safely drive by. And on the surface, this may look like a mistake, something you should not bother wasting a hack on. However, if there's an Echo on the defender team and he drives past this Pest that has been hacked, his drone will be hacked and Brava will get control of it. So that is confirmed. And the defenders still get the same warning on their screens with drones and stuff that they normally would on attack, if you're wondering about that. Can Brava hack and use Maestro's turrets to actually shoot things? So the answer here is yes, but there is a vulnerability. Once the hack has begun, you'll actually see that they open up and then close, giving the defenders opportunity to actually take them out before Brava, of course, can get on them and start shooting. But this is extremely powerful because if you imagine you could drive into the site, you could hack 3 different gadgets, or you could hack 1 turret and then use it to destroy countless amounts of gadgets that it can see. So extremely powerful. You can absolutely destroy a defender team's entire setup if they have a Maestro just in the wrong place and it gets hacked. But that is confirmed. Can Brava hack into a Rooneys Robotic Arm? So I thought we'd have checked this, right? Because he does have a robotic arm. It's extremely powerful. Imagine if you were to hack it and you just started punching randomly or something like that. But there's no impact whatsoever on Rooneys' prosthetics. So her arm and her mechanical leg are not affected by Brava's drone. So that is busted. However, what about our Rooneys Lasers? These are capable of giving some damage to attackers and at least slowing them down on their way in, as they might have to burn some sort of utility to get in there. But Brava can take full control of them and actually switch them over to the attacker team. And because she's got 6 shots in her 2 drones, it's very possible that she can actually end up getting control of all 3 lasers, which for defenders is going to be a problem. And you can see here, an attacker can now move freely through these lasers, which is incredible and a whole new interaction that we've never seen before. And Rooney here has nothing to get through them but her body herself. So yeah, that is just going to be a lot of fun to take over these lasers and just switch them to the attacker side. And that is confirmed. Now in the reveal they mentioned that they wanted this drone to feel like it was a tank and you were like controlling a turret when you were moving it around. And I thought because of that this thing was going to be huge. But actually it's a tiny little drone. You can see how it easily fits into drone holes, and compared to a normal drone, the wheels and axle length are actually smaller overall, and it only is basically a little bit less than 2 drones connected together. And now let's talk about Valkyrie cameras and default cameras. So this new drone can come up and just hack default cameras, which is amazing. This means that attackers now have full control of that camera and they can look around and everyone on the team can use it. Whereas on defense, you actually skip over that dot in the HUD completely. And then when it comes to Valkyrie cameras, the drone can also hack them. And because the drone has a 10-meter range, it can actually hack stuff on different floors. Even a high up Valkyrie camera is not out of the range of this brand new drone. And when a Valkyrie cam gets hacked, the HUD element just disappears as if it was destroyed, not letting defenders know that it's still there and actually watching them, and giving attackers potentially incredible intel. Now for defenders, the camera will have a light on all the time, even if someone is not using the cameras. So it's very easy to spot them, but you're going to have to be keeping an eye out now for everything having the wrong team color on it. And the color does change depending on your choices for team colors. So make sure you're keeping your eyes open for whatever you set as the bad guy color. But that is certainly confirmed. And that's the end of episode 1 of Mythbusting Brava. Make sure you subscribe to get episode 2 and I'll catch you next time.